king of the hill.
Hello everyone, and what's going on? My name is EposVox, and I wanted to make this video as a sort of follow-up video to two different videos. One is a video from Parkatron talking about how Infinity Slayer in Halo Reach is possibly something to appeal to in Halo Reach. Wow. Infinity Slayer, one of the new game modes in Halo 4, is potentially geared more towards Call of Duty fans. And the second video being BBK Dragoon's kind of response to that, talking about success in shooters overall. Something I noticed after listening to the conversation being brought up by both respected Halo commentators is something that I've taken from my PC games, and something that I noticed being a huge factor of success in multiplayer games overall, not just shooters, but something that kind of made shooters get a bit higher ground compared to how they used to be, especially on the console. And so I want to look at goals, achievements, challenges, achieves, dailies, whatever you want to call them. I want to look to why do people are so addicted to PC games like World of Warcraft, StarCraft 2, and for me personally, Guild Wars 2. Call of Duty 4 set a standard for console games to follow. Progressive ranking, gun and perk unlocks per level, camo unlocks per challenges, and a wide variety of challenges that you could complete as you play to give you experience points and a high energy guitar riff to congratulate you along your way. This appealed to both the casual and hardcore, as well as the completionist sides in both players. The game took a very long time to get old, because you could unlock the prestige mode and start over to unlock everything else from the beginning and get new emblems for your ranks, and you could do that up to 10 times. But those who wanted could just unlock everything and be done with it just as well. Halo 3 brought a similar formula along, evolving it from Halo 2. You have ranks 1 to 50 in every playlist, which there were very many playlists, as well as an overall rank you could rank up. Bungie also gave us unlockable armor customization, multiplayer achievements, and the ever-mysterious recon to unlock up until Halo Reach came out and everybody had it. They also gave us something unique. In-game, weekly community top screenshots, clips, maps, and game types that players could submit to and hope to get theirs featured. This was something that was a community-wide achievement, essentially, to get your screenshot, game type, what have you, submitted to the weekly top. This was a perfect era for console shooters. Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4 were king. Hours, months, and months were put into playing these games, especially for myself included. However, this is not an easily duplicated formula, especially annually. Enter World at War, the next episode in the Call of Duty franchise. This one brought to us by Treyarch. They continued their normal World War II formula, however, using all the fundamentals that Call of Duty 4 brought to the table. Really, absolutely nothing new. They just brought the game mechanics of Modern Warfare into the World War II era. Game did not really do so well. Yes, there was the initial just swamp of Call of Duty players going on to the next game, but it wasn't long before people went back to Modern Warfare and were really getting hyped and stoked for Modern Warfare 2 to come out. Same thing with Modern Warfare 2, they really did not add much. Instead of, well, it's not even necessarily about adding a lot, because when you think about it, when games like Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 tried to continue the process, they simply added too much and the wrong kinds of things. They added killstreak unlocks, which only led to more complaints and exploitation. They added prestige unlocks, which just added to more complaints because those who wanted to just, unlock everything the first time would not get everything possible. And it just wasn't a good formula. Enter Call of Duty Black Ops. Treyarch got their act together and actually put out something good. They still, played on the same formula that the other Call of Duties were running with. However, they added a new twist, which none of the other games have adopted yet. And that was the COD points. You played wager matches or just little custom game types and bet these COD points, which were like currency-based experience. And you could earn more and more and unlock your guns from there. That way, even if you were at a low level, if there was a really high level gun that everyone was using that you wanted to unlock, just play some matches and you can unlock it. The high skilled players could unlock all the COD points available, unlock every gun, camo, perk, what have you, and the casual players could just continue to unlock them as they played normally. A fantastic addition to the formula and a perfect way to go. Halo Reach comes along and just kind of throws a wrench in the entire formula, especially, you know, for the Halo series itself. They tried taking some things from, you know, the Call of Duty formula, and I'm not saying it is important to note that Call of Duty in no way invented these game mechanics, but they are obviously the most prominent use of them, so therefore it's really common to reference them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But Halo Reach just kind of took a really good formula that Halo 3 had and threw a huge wrench in it. They were just like, LOL, Call of Duty. They added armor abilities, which were similar to Call of Duty's perks. You had jetpacks and sprinting and armor lock and all these crazy things that no one was used to, that Halo had never even seen before. Then you had a similar thing to the COD points, but your credits that you got for experience. That also helped to determine your rank and what you could unlock. And then they added much bigger maps to thankfully compensate for the perks. However, I don't think they pulled this off very well at all. First of all, the credits, which again determined your rank, could be unlocked by doing just about anything. Overall, yes, that's great, you can get experience by doing a lot, but it rendered the ranking system completely useless when someone who simply played Grunt Apocalypse Firefight by themselves over and over and over with infinite ammo could be the same rank as a MLG player who just blasted through the playlists and pwned nubs every day. Doesn't really mean much. The ranking system was pretty much non-existent. You don't get matched with people of your rank. The rank holds no value whatsoever. The perks, again, were new. They were disagreed with. Some are still completely unbalanced. It created a weird modification of a pretty much flawless Halo gameplay. Well, okay, it wasn't flawless. You can't give Halo 3 every credit in the world. But it was extremely enjoyable and favorable. And it just completely changed it, which again, sure. Call of Duty 4 blah 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 blah. Yeah, definitely. Call of Duty 4 revolutionized the Call of Duty formula and for console shooters overall. But that revolution can't happen every couple games. That's something I don't think people seem to understand, is you can't just keep releasing games that revolutionize things. Otherwise, you just kind of get burnt out on things being so drastically different. I'm not saying Halo's tried to do that too much, but Halo Reach was such a drastic change that it was hard for many players to adapt. But I'm digressing a bit. What I'm trying to focus on here is the sets of goals. Halo Reach did bring to the table daily challenges and monthly challenges. These things, or weekly challenges rather, these are what has me addicted to Guild Wars 2 right now. What has kept many players addicted to World of Warcraft for years and years. And a similar thing in StarCraft with their seasonal ladders that reset and you gotta re-rank up. What keeps me, I mean, it's certainly not the only thing, but something that has pulled me into Guild Wars 2 and kept me just at it non-stop has been their daily challenges and weekly challenges. This is nothing new, and yet it is still a vital key to playing things, to keeping gamers engaged. Obviously, Halo, Call of Duty are not, well, shooters of any kind are not MMORPGs, but they already started to take, you know, notions from these types of games, and there's no reason they can't continue to learn. The way Reach's credits system was implemented, sorry, stuttering on my words there. The way Reach's credit system was implemented really kind of removed any value that their also fresh challenge system had in place. When you could earn credits by doing just about anything, including playing Grunt Apocalypse, it really didn't make much sense to bother with the challenges. And the challenges, you know, again, were a shit ton of experience that you otherwise wouldn't get. They added way too much and they did not balance it out. They added in so many different unlocks, so many different methods of acquiring credits and stuff. It did not work very well. The reason that Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4 were so successful in their unlock systems, in their goal systems, was that it was simple, it was straightforward, everything worked together. That didn't happen in Reach. I would like to see something better happen in Halo 4, but we may not get that. I apologize for getting way too distracted on my points, but I hope you guys get what I was trying to say. If not, thanks for watching and have a nice day.